offense?
Defense.
What creates defense?
Offense.
No, the goal in the back of the net.
It's been a half decade of dominance in the conference from this golf team, Thomas. You have them in the C tier. What are we doing?
I'm
4 out of the last
expecting a
5 years they've won the
championship at this
championship.
point.
Talk about the present stuff. And, well, actually, I'm going to talk about the past right now.
At least if you're gonna pick a trap game, pick the right ones.
I don't know if anyone knew. She just got a Barbie. And to me, if you get a Barbie, that means you've made it in life. So, I mean, Alona Mari.
Are you ready for some debate? Because Bobcat Breakdown starts right now.
Welcome to Bobcat Breakdown. I'm Nick Boyd, and tonight I'm joined by Beckett, Calkins, and Ben Rickevicius. How are you guys doing?
I'm excited. This is the moment we've all been waiting for 4 years. Finally, our last show together on desk. Wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.
The last hurrah. Let's get into it.
Let's ride off into the sunset, fellas. As Ben just said, this is the last time we're going to be on this desk, so let's make it count and give the folks a show.
Let's do it.
There was some shocking news, though, today from the Quinnipiac Athletic Department. The university is rejuvenating a men's track and field team at the Division I level, but the corresponding move, women's rugby, is being downgraded to club status. A program that's won 3 NARA titles and developed stars like two-time Olympian Alona Mar, who spoke out about this on her social media today. And the Quinnipiac community is pretty upset about this. What are your guys' thoughts? Ben, we'll start with you.
Yeah, Beckett, immediately, shocking, disappointing are the two things that come to me. I mean, Becky Carlson has turned this program into a powerhouse. 15 seasons with the program, 3 national championships. If you have to go back to 2021 to the last time that they had a losing season, and they played tough competition. I feel for all the student athletes who are involved, and now potentially club athletes are forced to enter the portal. It's just a really disappointing time for rugby.
It's a tough situation for all the players and also the coaches. You mentioned Carlson. She spoke on NBC Connecticut earlier today, and she called out some of the leaders at Quinnipiac, said it was really disappointed, and she called it truly crushing, which I think a lot of the community, including Alona Mar, some of the celebrity alumni of Quinnipiac, they're calling out not just the school, but the athletic department and specifically to either bring this back. I know there's a petition already going around on social media that's gaining a lot of traction, and you would have to think that the athletic department thought that there may be some pushback, but right now it feels like it's getting very widespread, not just within the Quinnipiac community, but in all of collegiate athletics.
Yeah, that petition you mentioned, up to 4,000 signatures.
Yeah. Pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. Only a few hours. People care about this program. And I mean, like you mentioned with Mar, taking to her story as well, saying, shame on you at Quinnipiac University.
And the crushing thing to me is that the immediacy of it.
Yeah.
They're blindsided by this. Moving on, the basketball transfer portal is swirling between the men's and women's teams. You guys have both covered both extensively over the years. Which portal loss is going to be the most difficult to replace between either program? Ben, lead us off here.
All right. I'm going with Anna Foley on the women's side. She just committed to Villanova. A great season, 2nd on the team in rebounds per game, 3rd on assists per game. The big thing with me is why, with Anna Foley being the biggest loss, is because she could have been the number 1 option for Quinnipiac women's basketball this year. This upcoming year, I should say.
Yep.
I mean, even though she didn't start every single game for Quinnipiac this year, I think the way that she impacts the game on all sides of things, she's an excellent playmaker. That's such an underrated part of the game. And I think that this team could have built around her. They're going to miss her presence on defense especially.
All right. I'll start with my case.
Okay.
It's Amari Monroe, no doubt, if he gets another year of eligibility.
He hasn't gotten it yet.
But also, he hasn't gotten that. That might be a long shot. I agree. Out of the non-seniors, probably Anna Foley. I think Foley's fantastic. On the men's side, Jaden Zimmerman's a non-factor for me after how he played down the stretch. Grant Randall, big loss for the men's team, but he was kind of a do-it-all role player, a glue guy. He wasn't the star you really got to run your offense through. That's where Foley comes in for me. You mentioned it. She answered the call in a big-time way for the Bobcats. In big moments, you needed a bucket down the stretch, it was going to her. You have a big that can facilitate out of the low post, kick it out to the shooters. She was so good at that, and she always delivered. I think Carson Martin, a little too inconsistent at the guard spot, so I'm definitely going with Foley, but another one to keep an eye on, Ella Ryan. I know she just left, went to Arizona State. So I took this question I interpreted it as 1 year. Who's the biggest loss next year? I think that's Foley. If you're talking about for the rest of their collegiate careers, where Ella Ryan's only a sophomore next year, give me
Definitely
Ella Ryan,
consider it.
right?
Yeah.
But I think Anna Foley for sure is the answer to this question.
I think for the men's side, keeping Keith McKnight is massive.
It's huge.
He is your number one option, your franchise player
Yeah.
moving forward, super athletic. And I mean, that jumper is just going to continue to come. I mean, a little inconsistent with it this year. I expect them to really work with him this offseason, maybe put on some muscle too.
And you look at what Grant Randall's jump shot developing last year 1 into year 2. The
So much
retention
better.
for McKnight,
Yep.
see if he can get in the gym and do that. I think he'll
Keeping
be
him,
fantastic.
big move for Quinnipiac men's basketball. Losing Foley is just tough. I don't know how they're going to replace her production at the big.
It's not just her.
position.
There's a lot of production.
And I
There's
like
a lot.
your point about Ella Ryan, where yes, down the line she may end up being that star-studded three-point shooter, and I think that's what Arizona State is betting on in bringing her up at
great
such a big
defender, too.
level jump. Agreed. But I do agree with both your points on Anna Foley. We're going to switch to a different sport with balls and nets now. The lacrosse postseason is nearly upon us, and both the men's and women's teams are within striking distance of punching their tickets. Beckett, we'll start with you. Which team should the people put their faith in to make the playoffs?
Yeah, give me the men's team. They control their own destiny outright, and they have 2 games against teams on the outside looking in coming up. Iona and Manhattan, those are 2 games that they should win. They also have a head-to-head with Merrimack, who they beat already in March. The women's team plays 1 more game on Saturday. They have to win that game against Sacred Heart. I think men's team gets the job done. I think they get into the playoffs, and if they get in, they're a top 5 team in the conference.
So I think both teams are going to make it, but I'm talking about the
definitely a
women's
case there.
team. Let's focus on the women's team
Okay.
from my perspective. I think, honestly, this one-on-one matchup with Sacred Heart to determine a playoff berth, I think Quinnipiac, they have it.
So you're going all in,
all in.
your chips,
Throwing
all
your
in
stock
right
on
away.
it.
all in women's lax. I guarantee, as your guy Charles Barkley likes.
And you know, Charles says that and he gets it wrong every time. No
Well, I'm not
disrespect to
Charles Barkley. I'm just quoting him. I'm just quoting him. I'm not him. I'm just quoting him. If you look at the non-conference teams that Quinnipiac Women's Lacrosse and Sacred Heart share, you look at New Haven, who Quinnipiac beat and Sacred Heart lost to, and you look at a team like Bryant. that Quinnipiac
Head-to-head
only lost
doesn't matter.
to.
They have a losing record.
I'm
in the
just talking
conference.
about talent, from a talent perspective here. And I think Kate Bendowski has been phenomenal for women's lax this year. 69 points, second in the MAC for points per game. I think when you have stars on that element of the game, I just think Quinnipiac women's lax just cannot lose this game. They're going to make it to the playoffs.
What might help you is on the women's side, an extra team gets in
Yes.
to the MAC playoffs.
Yes.
That's another thing
gonna
to
help
keep an
me as
eye on.
well,
But give me the men's team.
And another thing you mentioned, the men have an easier path.
Easier
to get
path.
there.
It's true.
Easier path than
This is
head-to-head
true.
over Merrimack
I
already.
mean, they do have to win two
like the
games.
path.
They got to win their games. They got to.
Well,
They're in now.
wasn't that just a bundle of fun? We've got to go to commercial, but when we come back, we're going to dive into the archives and play a little game of Who Said That? Keep it here on Bobcat Breakdown.
The go-to Quinnipiac news source for students by students. We've got the latest on campus news, student life, and stories all around the country. Get to know your local community with features on Hamden businesses and politics. Everything you need to know, all in 30 minutes. Wednesdays at 9:30, reporting for the Quinnipiac community.
I'm Melissa Sheehan. I'm Sophia DeBona.
I'm Amari Smith.
I'm Christina Tsimenis. I'm Riley Farrell.
I'm Andrew Allison.
I'm Miranda Patorti.
We are the Q30 Newscast.
Anybody want a package?
Don't worry, sir, baby. I got you.
And you want to breathe.
He got into some sloppy situations.
Uncle Aaron's locked up for touching all those kiddos.
Here comes the boom.
Quinnipiac Tonight is Q30's premier sketch comedy show. Watch it live every other Thursday at 9:30 in the Piazza, or tune in online at q30tv.com/watch.
Clap if you care.
Welcome back to the show. Guys, we've done a lot of interviewing here over the years, so let's put that all to the test. We're playing a game of Who Said That? The rules are simple. The lovely team in the control room will throw a quote up on the screen, and we've got to figure out which coach or athlete said that in a Q30 interview. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn into like who we play for if we're sticking with the Charles Barkley topic.
I'm a little scared, Beckett. We're gonna have to see how like in depth they went with this.
Given some of the quotes I've seen, you guys might be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
First off, we have a quote that says, quote, I want us to start to get into a slow jog. So, and we've definitely been walking early on, but I'd like to see us get into that jog. You know this next month, and then boom, in 2 weeks and 6 weeks, we'll be playing at that run, at that sprint.
Oh, this is cash.
Who
Got
said
this.
that? Ben, you're very confident
so
far.
Confident.
You are very confident.
If I get this wrong, I'm going to be really disappointed in myself. But I think I got it.
I agree, because I think this was said when you were in the room.
I think I was in the room.
I'm pretty sure you were in the room for this. Beckett, how are you feeling for this?
I don't know. Maybe? It's between two for me.
Put them up.
All right, let's see.
Put them up. Both say head coach Trisha Fabry, and you would both be correct. That is recently retired women's basketball coach Trisha Fabry in February 2025 after a win over Siena. And I believe in that game she was talking about ramping up as the season progresses.
I was definitely in that press conference.
I know you were in that.
I was not. I was considering Dave Clark there for a minute.
So, and we're definitely been walking early on. But I'd like to see us get into that jog, this next month, and then boom, in 2 weeks and 6 weeks, be playing at, at that run, at that sprint.
Next up, we have the quote, I recently moved. So we were trying to make sure that he had my address so that we could get our Christmas cards to each other. Oh. End quote. Who said it?
Oh, no.
This one feels very niche.
This one is niche.
Do you know this one?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, get something on the paper.
Oh, it's written.
It's written? Okay.
Yeah, it's written. I'm good.
Ben,
this
you got
is
something?
100% wrong, but let's just go.
Okay, put them up, fellas.
I said Rebecca
Cook. And you said, who'd you say?
Eric DaCosta.
Eric DaCosta.
Thank you, guys.
You both are on the right track with soccer. It is men's soccer head coach Eric DaCosta. After an October 25th win.
So we were trying to make sure that he had my address so that we can get our Christmas cards to each other. But I think we're good now. I think he'll get mine and I'll get his. It'll be great.
Our third quote. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Quote, you know the expression I give them is, I tell them that a little cologne is nice, too much is tacky, and if you drink it, it's poison. And that's kind of what they think like.
Ben,
end quote. Who said that?
I think we'll be all right here. Yeah. I think we're gonna be golden.
Both of you seem very confident about this one. Let's put those answers up. And you're both correct. It is men's basketball head coach Tom Pecora after their exhibition versus Albertus Magnus that they did not perform very well, and they won the game, but they did not perform very well. Let's take a listen.
The expression I give them is, I tell them a little cologne is nice, too much is tacky, and if you drink it, it's poison. And that's kind of what they think, like, who we are.
Well, Beckett, you are 3 for 3 so far. Very much outperforming your expectations coming in.
They helped me in the second one. That was said right to me. And then
Fair
the
enough.
One,
he says that once every couple of weeks.
Yeah. That's like a staple expression from Tom Pecora. Moving to the next, this is a shorter one. The quote is, she's not on the roster, but she's running the show, let's be honest. End quote. Who said that?
Let's think here.
I actually don't know this one.
I guess? How niche are we getting?
You guys got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's put them up.
Going with Cass Turner.
Cass Turner. No, this is men's ice hockey head coach Rand Pecknold talking about his wife after the two had the team's new suite named after them in February 2024.
That's great. I just shouted at the producer and they tricked us. They said it led with she, and I immediately thought like women's sports.
Yeah. That one was. But now that I have heard it, it doesn't.
I like that.
Let's take a listen. Take a listen.
She's not on the roster, but she's running the show. Let's be honest.
Our last quote. Pretty much, you just need to score because we need 3 points from you. So we're gonna play you high, like you're gonna be a ringer up there. End quote. Who said that?
What does that even mean?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm still trying to process it.
I could not tell you. I couldn't. This one feels like a really deep cut.
3 points.
I would think that they're either talking about soccer, like wins, or basketball.
We have a buzzer on this? Can we?
Yeah, how much time we
Jeopardy music should be playing.
I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. I'm giving you guys 10 seconds to throw something up there.
I think this is wrong, but we'll just try it.
All right.
I also think this is wrong.
Boards up, fellas.
Yeah.
Both are guessing Dave Clark. The answer. That's Lauren Knight during Keith Savage's Savage in Action from the fall of 2022. Excellent cut. Oh my goodness, that was one of the all-time pieces of content.
And happy belated birthday, Keith Savage.
Happy belated birthday, Keith Savage. Keith, what you got for us? Show it to us.
You just need to score because we need 3 points from you.
Yep.
So we're gonna play you high, like you're gonna be a ringer up there.
All right. We miss you, Keith. We miss you, Keith. You know, you gentlemen have said quite a bit during your QU careers as well on the airwaves for our partners over at QBSN. Let's listen back to your best moments.
College basketball season is right around the corner, and Quinnipiac held its preseason media availability on Thursday. I'm Beckett Calkins, that's Ben Rickevicius, and here are 3 things you need to know.
Season. Girardi. Back to Martin. Up top, Labarge is going to try a 3. Why not, Ben? Grace Labarge gets it to go. 29-10. The Bobcats have stormed in front here.
One of the biggest takeaways from Media Day was head coach Tom Pecora announcing that Samson Riley would be added to the list of captains for the 2025-26 season. The redshirt freshman sat out last season to watch play, but now he's ready to take the court in action. He's a Connecticut native.
Foley, defended by Roman. Had Girardi briefly, will give off Grisdale. Grisdale once again, defended by Molly Mannion. Will give off left wing 3, Martin up, and that swishes in. Carson Martin puts the Bobcats in front once again.
On Sunday, the Quinnipiac Bobcats faced off against the Hofstra Pride, and for head coach Tom Pecora, it was more than just an ordinary regular season game.
Way and Labarge. Girardi will set things up. Labarge running the block. Foley out. Grisdale. Stay hot. Jackie Grisdale with a left wing 3 and 5 straight points for Grisdale. Bobcats up.
Misses, and the Bobcats rebound. Bennett, right wing. Passing off for Doug Young, who's circling around, and Mabry will control it at the top of the key. Lets a deep one fly, and that's nothing but net.
Postseason basketball is here. The Quinnipiac women's basketball team will begin their MAC tournament journey in just a few moments against the number 10 Iona Gales. I'm Nick Boyd. He's Ben Rickevicius. We're in Atlantic City. Ben, what would Iona have to do to pull off an upset today?
Yeah, a big upset win for Iona in the first round. They entered the tournament on a 6-game losing streak and kind of found things right in that.
Big thanks to our friends at QBSN for putting that together. Do you guys have a favorite game that you've called over the years?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably, I don't know. Probably the last one here, the last men's game with Luke Sennett this year in Atlantic City. They dropped the game, but I thought we really had a good call.
It was a great call
Against Marist. Yep. I don't know, hey, our game last year against Iona, that was a lot of fun as well.
That game was fun. The St. John's game was a ton of fun.
Ryan
Ryan Mabry, what was it, 5 threes in the first couple minutes of the game or whatever it was?
That was ridiculous.
That was a ton of fun doing that trip with you guys.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few more ads to sell you here on Bobcat Breakdown, but we're talking baseball when we come back, so stay tuned.
From Hamden to Hollywood.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
Left for Vidicek. Vidicek walking in. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Score!
Did you miss this goal last night? No worries. We got you covered.
Antonin Varel gets the puck to Ethan Winbach in front of the net. He puts it past Alvin Brea.
Every team, every game.
She shoots it blocker side into the net.
All the news, highlights, and more.
First year connection. Ty Turnage to Keith McKnight.
This is Sports Pause, Monday nights at 9:30, only on Q30 Television.
Welcome back to Bobcat Breakdown. It finally feels like spring outside, and guys, there's nothing better than baseball season. We're around the halfway point in the MAC baseball calendar, and the team's biggest X factor so far has been the pitching staff. Which pitcher has been the most valuable to John Delaney's squad so far? Ben, you get to lead us off.
All right, Beckett, questions like this, I go to Google. Type in, what does the word valuable really mean? Right? Okay. And what does Google punch out? It says a thing that is of great worth, especially a small item.
I already know his answer.
Are you pulling out dictionary definitions?
What is something that's valuable to you?
Something valuable? In what aspect?
Anything. What's valuable to you?
We'll go Q30. Quinnipiac. Okay. We'll stay wholesome.
I like that.
Oh, look at this
well,
guy.
what's valuable to this baseball team? Andrew Rugby. And why?
See, I knew you were going to say that as soon as you got in the most valuable.
Oh, of course.
You're going to knock my guy because my guy's a reliever. Okay?
Well, the question is value, not best, right? Value, not best. That's the way that I look at it.
You can find value with elite late innings as well.
It's true, but I mean, when you're talking about the guy who eats innings for Quinnipiac, he leads the team in 44 1/3 innings pitched. He's got the best whip on the team that meets the minimum requirement of innings pitched. And he's got 8 starts, which between him and Sam Wright.
How many guys meet the minimum requirement for innings pitched? There's like 3 of them.
They will by the end of the season. They'll get there. I trust.
Will they?
They don't really have a legit starting rotation.
They don't. But I mean, with Sam Wright injured, a lot more guys.
He's not going to meet the requirement.
He's
if
not.
He's injured.
No, he's not. Absolutely not.
Okay, so
I'm saying other people will.
This requirement is going to be like 2 guys. We can't say he leads the team meeting the requirement if there is no requirement.
Okay, so throw the whip
All
argument
right,
out. There's still plenty more.
Why Andrew Rubio? Why Andrew Rubio?
The big thing, right, is you lose your starter in Sam Wright. You need a starter who can go out and pitch.
Agreed.
And this team, they got the bats to compete, but when it gets late in that season, the pitching staff starts to get a little wavy, and they need someone who can go out there and throw innings for them. That's really the gist of it. If they lose him or anything happens to him, they're in a lot of trouble.
So, Beckett, you mentioned you have a relief pitcher as your choice here. Walk me through who that is and why.
It's Matt Alduino. And
I'll get into that.
Ben.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack Ben's argument. Yeah, you need someone to eat innings. You also need someone to eat innings and be productive. Ben, I could go out there and throw 9 innings right now. I'll tell you right now.
I don't know if you're getting an out.
It's not going to be productive.
I don't know if you're getting an out.
It'll take me a long time. I'll get the outs. We might be out there for 20
They're going
to
score 100 runs.
They're going to score 100 runs. You know they're not going to score 100 runs on? Matt Alduino. He's only allowed 1 run in the entire conference play in 9 appearances. He's clearly the best pitcher on the team, and I agree with you, actually. Well, best and most value.
Different things.
Different things. I think he brings the value. Do opponents, if you're in the opposing batter's box facing Andrew Rubio, are they scared of Andrew Rubio?
But that's, again, getting back into the best conversation. Right?
No. Most valuable. That's value. That's value.
You don't want them. They don't have to necessarily scare.
If I'm an opposing batter and I see Matt Alduino on the bump, it's already in my head. Oh shoot, this guy is one of the best pitchers.
But he's only going to come into a game and pitch an inning or 2 in a clutch situation, and that's great. But
do you not value clutch situations?
If you don't have starting pitching to get you,
also, are we gonna throw Andrew Rubio's last outing out? I mean,
all right, we're not going to talk about that. He got 3 wins in his first 3 games. He had a rough outing. Everybody does. I'm sure it'll happen to Matt Alduino at some point this season.
You know who doesn't have a rough outing all year? Matt Alduino. It's the easy choice. John Delaney essentially said it the other day. He's taking him against almost any matchup, batter-wise, in the MAC. He's that good. Andrew Rubio, Delaney's not saying that about him. No disrespect to Rubio. There's a reason that Matt Alduino is essentially the ace and most valuable pitcher on this staff. Even if he doesn't go the distance that Rubio does, he's the best pitcher and he's the most valuable pitcher that John Delaney has out of his arsenal.
I'm just saying, you can't get to the bullpen until you throw out a starter and hopefully get a few good innings out of him.
I think the thing with Rubio that, from what I've seen of him over his time here, he's a contact guy, right? He's not going to strike you out. He doesn't have crazy velocity on his fastball. So the contact outs are great. You better feel behind him, but when he gets shelled hard like we saw last week. So that's the volatility you go with there. Yeah. But I agree, when he's on and when the guys behind him are playing great defense,
he's a huge asset for the team.
I value the
as is
Alduino. That Alduino
as is Alduino. Right. You guys both know ball. Well, boys, we're out of debate time, but we're not done just yet. Final roars are up next here on Bobcat Breakdown.
Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it off. Love your
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Welcome back to Bobcat Breakdown. It's time for our final roars. I'll start us off. Everyone says 4 years goes by in a flash, and that is true. But while Quinnipiac and Q30 is a special place, it's the people that you spend it with. Nick, Ben, and I have been right here alongside each other since freshman year. We started a podcast together, have worked on the same beat staff, shows, and been on air together multiple times. The thing that is special about these two isn't that they are both great at what they do, and that might be true, but it's the work ethic and selflessness that stands out. I have seen Ben literally take his shirt off his back and give it to another member so they could record a stand-up. And last year, I watched Nick change up his plans multiple times just so he could have the most successful show possible on Mondays. There's an old Patriot slogan, do your job. And Nick, I know you're not a Pats fan like Ben and I, but there's nobody I trust more to do their job well than you two. As we enter the real world and hopefully all launch careers in sports media, it's important to remember not only your path, but also who helped get you to where you are today. So thank you guys.
I appreciate that, Beckett. Very nice of you to say. Man, it is weird to be doing one of these. It feels like just yesterday when I was a freshman watching the seniors who mentored me do this and thinking about what I would say when it was all said and done, time really flew. To be honest with you, it's bittersweet. I wasn't around as much as I would have liked to be this year because of my internship with NBC Sports. I'd poured a lot into this station from my freshman to my junior year, trying to push myself, get better, and cover the teams here with the effort that they deserved. And this place was fun, man. Listing out every single person I need to thank for my experience at Quinnipiac would take around half an hour, but just know that I appreciate each and every one of you so much. From the mentors who showed me the ropes, to my professors, to my peers and friends, to the freshman members I just met this week. You guys all shaped my college experience, and I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, there were frustrations, there was burnout, stupid interpersonal stuff. Every workplace is going to have that. But the core of this club is creating professional level content with your friends purely for the love of the game. And being in an environment where you can be ambitious, fail, and learn from it. That is such a rare and special thing. Here, I learned that what I want to do with my career and gain the skills and experience to go and achieve it. That's the biggest thing you younger guys should take away from this place. If you put your all into it, Q30 gives you such a leg up. Since September, I've been working at NBC Sports in the Olympic Features department, and it's been the best professional experience of my life so far. I learned from some of the best people in the business, I helped PAs and producers with feature pieces, and built my producer skills tenfold. Of course, I miss not being able to do another year on the basketball beat with these guys. The irreplaceable show nights, the wedge shenanigans, some weird stuff that goes on in there, and more importantly, the people. But it was time to move on. It was a chance to be the rookie again at the next level and see if I'm really cut out for this industry. And it was a much bigger environment with a whole new workflow that I had to learn. But in real life control rooms and real life edits, I never felt out of place, and I wouldn't have gotten that gig without Q30. It prepared me so well for what real world TV production requires. For as much grief as we give it while we're in it, Q30 really is one of the best student TV programs out there. It gets you more ready for the real world than anything else you'll do in your college career. And I didn't truly appreciate that enough until I was away from it this year. A lot of times these senior goodbyes get sad. And yeah, I'll miss being in college for sure. But why stay a caterpillar when you can grow some wings and fly? I'm so excited and ready to get going wherever I end up next. There's an old adage that says you'll never work a day in your life if you have a job you enjoy doing. And man, thanks to this organization, that's hopefully right around the corner.
Well said, Nick. I wasn't supposed to be here. On May 1st, 2022, I was committed to Springfield College. Then, at 10 a.m. that morning, my house turned into a frenzy. My parents and I received an email from Quinnipiac University saying that the financial aid I needed to be able to go there, to afford going there, had been awarded to me. For those who don't know, May 1st is deadline day. That's when you're supposed to be all ready to go and committed to the school you're supposed to be at for the next 4 years. My mom was on a mission, emailing my high school guidance counselor, the people at Quinnipiac and Springfield, to see if I could pull a 180. I was hesitant about switching. I had liked the people I met at Springfield, but I also really enjoyed my visit to QU. My family assured me that long-term, I'd fall in love with Quinnipiac. Sure enough, these past 4 years I've spent at Quinnipiac have undoubtedly been the best 4 years of my life. After arriving on campus, I followed my freshman year roommate, some guy named Nick Boyd, to the media suite student media introductory meeting. We signed up for this club named Q30 Television, and the rest was history. I will forever be in debt to this club. Veterans took me in right away, gave me the opportunities to produce, anchor, and beat report, fully knowing I had no clue what I was doing. They trusted that I'd pick it up over time, and with the help of some great mentors, I did. Last year, I served as the station's sports director. It was a 24/7 job, constantly in communication with my reporters and producers, always needing to be in problem solver mode. The position took a toll on me, but my friends had my back, hanging out with me after long days, being there to vent to, and eventually, when it was time, helping me come to the realization that I needed to step away before the year was over. While all that sounds like a lot, the position helped me get close to so many great people at the station, and that was what hurt the most about leaving early, not getting to be around the people I spent so much time with. Tonight, I sit at this desk in disbelief that it's all over. What I wouldn't give for one more year, and despite some bumps in the road, I love this club. It was home from day one. To the two guys sitting beside me tonight, I want you to know that I'm beyond proud of everything you've accomplished here. Nick, when you've got something on your mind, there's no stopping you. Whether it was implementing a new segment idea on Sports Pause or chasing down Speedy Claxton for an interview after a game, taking that extra step to elevate your work is something I've always admired. I'm going to miss blasting music in the car together and our gym sessions. Beckett, you are the most talented reporter I've ever worked with. Getting the chance to cover the men's basketball team with you, Thomas Curtis, and Brady Mullen was the best decision I made this year. You were a terrific mentor to the younger generation of Q30. Everyone in this room has learned so much from your approach. We've taken more classes together than I can count, covered countless games together, and shared a ton of laughs. I can't thank you enough for always being there for me. I'm so excited to watch you thrive as you enter the real world. If I could do it all over again, there isn't a single thing I would change. Thank you, Q30, for giving me a home, a purpose, and friendships that will last a lifetime.